What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I just made my desk shake. Oh my goodness, guys. It is the best thing ever to be back in this office making videos for you guys. We have a completely different situation right now. I have a literal standing desk right now. My laptop, which my phone is leaned up against, is on a standing desk right now. And I couldn't be more excited to do this reaction that we're about to do for the Black Phone 2 trailer. I've wanted it. You guys have no idea how long I've wanted a standing desk. I've wanted a standing desk for the past a little over 4 years now, and I have an actual real standing desk from my sister's boyfriend, and it is absolutely incredible. And I'm just relishing in this right now because this is the best thing ever. Anyways, the Black Phone, I already gave my review of this movie. The Black Phone is, I'd objectively argue that it is one of the best, if not the best, horror movie for anyone to watch, because everything about the Black Phone was completely, entirely based on reality, what could actually happen, except for one thing, and that was the actual Black Phone that supernaturally worked by, like, you know, magic and stuff, and the voices of the victims in the phone helped Finney, you know, break out and stuff. If y'all haven't seen the Black Phone, then there's gonna be some spoilers in here, but I loved the Black Phone so much. I absolutely loved the trailer for it. I loved the movie for it. I am going to rewatch the movie. I'll probably buy the movie if I have to, if it's not streaming anywhere. And the Black Phone 2. Oh, okay, well, without any more talking, let's just go into the trailer. Oh my gosh. It's been forever since I've recorded a video, and good to be back. Oh my god. So just showed a flashback of that boy. That was, I'm so paranoid that my microphone always has to be at a very specific distance from my mouth so I can be heard loud enough, even though I talk loud on my own anyways. That boy who was just axe murdered on the ice, it showed him floating back up to the ice, dead from the flashback. That is brutal. That is sad to look at. And that same Black Phone with an out of order sign on it. Mason Thames! Mason Thames back as Finney. Let's go. He knows something's up. He knows something's up. You know, I'm just going to play the rest of it without pausing. In fact, you know what? We're just going to watch the entire trailer start to finish with no pausing. And then I'll replay it and then do my breakdown. Probably should have done that in the beginning, but oh well.
Had a bad dream.
Hello, Finney. Did you think our story was over? You're dead. You, of all people, know that dead is just a word. He's here.
Oh gosh, there's so much I want to unpack now, but this is the official trailer released by Blumhouse. Oh, and the same thing went on the Universal Pictures YouTube channel as well. Well, oh gosh. I don't know if they're going to release an official trailer 2 or a final trailer. I'm hoping they will, so maybe we have a few more, like, not a few more clips, but like a little more dialogue to work with, maybe a tagline in the trailer for maybe a little more context on the movie since it's coming out in October. That is months away, the month of my birthday. Any October babies out there? If there's any October babies out there watching this video, please announce yourselves in the description. Rep October babies, but coming out October. And I'm honestly hoping there's going to be a final trailer just so there's a little more dialogue to work with so I can pick up a little better what's like really happening, what to kind of predict and anticipate as we're awaiting this. But now let's replay it and see what we can break down. I actually already broke down the first like 30 seconds, so we're going to kind of skip past that. So Finney sees that phone, he recognizes it, and he knows something's up. He knows something's about to go down. And I'm going to assume those are the hands of the killer. There's no... What is... Oh my god. What is the name of... What is the name of the killer? The grabber. It's just the grabber. Okay, so I'm assuming these are the hands of the grabber that we're looking at right now that has these photos of 3 of his past victims. And oh lord, and judging by how old the photos are, those boys are from like the 80s or 90s or something along those lines, or maybe even earlier, predating that, maybe 70s or something. I don't know, but oh gosh, that is rough to look at. Oh my god. And now we have flashbacks, a flashback of them throwing snowballs. And then being offed by the grabber.
I had a bad dream.
Now this right here, Madeline DeGraw, I looked this up because when I saw Madeline DeGraw's name on the cast, I double-checked if it's the same cast, if they still have Mason Thames as Finney from the first one. This does have Mason Thames as Finney. Again, for this movie, they didn't recast him or his sister Gwen. And Madeline McGraw sounded so similar. And I verified to check that Finney and Gwen are played by the same people in this movie as before, and they are. And then I remembered, because McGraw sounded so similar. Madeline McGraw sounded similar, but McGraw sounded similar. And then I looked up who is Madeline McGraw, who are her siblings, because I remembered Violet McGraw played Katie in Megan 1, and it turns out Violet McGraw is just one of Madeline McGraw's sisters. A lot of you probably already know that, but I'm slow to think. I keep track of all this stuff when it comes to actors and who they're associated with. I'm the one who normally keeps track of that, and well, it's like it shows I don't know everything. I can still be uneducated, but we've got. I just clapped the cord of my mic. You've got Violet McGraw and Madeline McGraw that are sisters and both act in the movie industry, in the entertainment industry. We still have Madeline McGraw here. Dude, she grew up. The Black Phone wasn't that long ago. The Black Phone came out late 2021. So that was 3.5 years ago-ish as of today is when it came out. She grew up in those 3.5 years, man. She looks great. But like, damn, she really grew up. She's not like a small little 8-year-old girl anymore. She's like, my God, she's like in her, she looks like a preteen, or maybe she's 13. I don't, she grew, like a totally new haircut and everything. Just, oh my gosh, that's the greatest thing about the same cast members being recasted for these projects, is seeing how they evolve and grow up over time, because that was one of the most magical things about binging the Harry Potter saga start to finish over my birthday weekend a couple years ago, was being able to see and witness how they grew up together start to finish, seeing Daniel Radcliffe as like a little 10, 11-year-old boy in the first Harry Potter movie, and then watch him grow up to be like a young adult in the last Harry Potter movie, and for Emma Watson and Rupert Grint and everyone else in the cast just gradually grow up and get older as the saga continued, and seeing how Madeline's, more grown up now, and Mason, we're going to react to the How to Train Your Dragon live trailer as well that Mason Thames also played in, and I knew he looked similar, but he also looks, I can tell he has different makeup and a different haircut in this movie than he does for the How to Train Your Dragon live project. And obviously be different, but I recognized Mason immediately in the How to Train Your Dragon live trailer. And it wasn't until a few days later I looked it up and saw that it was him who played Finney in The Black Phone. And I did recognize him in here, but I had to double check, and it's like, wow, he looks twice as old as the little Finney from the first Black Phone. But anyways, that's just God. She has really grown up, man. She had a dream. This looks messed up as usual. Oh wait, that actually looks like the basement that Finney was held up in the first movie, in the exact same phone. I know how to use rotary phones, by the way. It's actually really simple, believe it or not, how to use rotary phones. You just, whatever number you want to dial, you put your finger on that number and then turn it all the way around to like the clippy thing. You can look up YouTube videos on how to use rotary phones, but it's really simple. You just take the number and spin it all the way to the clip, and you do that over and over again for the rest of the number. It's actually extremely simple how to use a rotary phone. It is not complicated whatsoever. If I had to use a rotary phone right now, it's not hard to use it. The rotary phone was also one of the first, personal phones to come out. Oh my God. The grabber burns in hell. Well, I haven't taken God's name in vain, so that's a few more years in purgatory for me, but I was also thinking back to the rotary phone did phone numbers work differently back then than they do now? I don't know. Again, that's neither here nor there, but the grabber burns in hell along with a bunch of other graffiti on it. Yeah, the grabber should burn in hell, because again, that's how this movie is so realistically based, because it's about a kidnapper. Kidnappings, unfortunately, happen a lot more often than we could ever imagine. And human trafficking is also part of that, which is also just as atrocious, if not more atrocious than just your average kidnapping. But the grabber, realistically in real life, is simply a predator and a kidnapper, a serial killer, really, who's kidnapping and killing these kids. So yeah, we're all here, not just stating it in the context of this movie, but also saying overall, generally, factually, yes, the grabber will burn in hell. Anyone as bad as him, if they don't repent, if they don't truly repent, hope someone saves you a seat.
Hello, Finney.
That's my favorite part of the whole trailer, when Finney goes in there and grabs the phone.
Hello, Finney.
He's just right there, and he doesn't even look at him. And the anger on his face. And what in the hell is Gwen screaming at? We'll know when we watch the movie. I love that icy effect that they've got going on for this text. That's awesome.
Did you think our story...
Because this is really set in a very wintry, snowy environment.
Did you think our story was over? You're dead.
I can't exactly say I did think the story was over, because I was hoping there was going to be a sequel, and there is. So, yeah, did you really think our story was over? No. I didn't think our story was over. I knew if anything, I was hoping we'd return to this eventually. Oh my God, what did I... Jeez. I'm looking at two different screens at the same time.
Did you think our story was over? You're dead.
He somehow has the same voice as the first movie. Okay, I don't know if I should say somehow. Why would I think his voice would be different than 4 years ago? I don't know. Maybe my brain's just dumb today. But then Finney says, "You're dead."
It was over? You're dead. You, of all people.
Jesus be praised. Is that in her dream? Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't want to look at that any longer. No.
No, the dead is just a word.
With you it is. That is just heartbreaking to look at, man. Oh my gosh. How horrifying is that sight? Oh my gosh. Just ice skating across the ice with an axe in hand wearing the mask. How... Oh my gosh. That is... Oh wow. That is a killer right there. That's how you know that's a killer.
He's here.
No, see, what is happening there? Is that some supernatural stuff going on? Because he's got her... No, wait, no, that's because that's in her dream. Right here, what's happening right here, this is in her dream. And it's like... And it's translating into real life as well. So he has her by the cord in the booth, you know, swinging her up and down. And that's translating into real life. That's also happening. Oh my... Wow. Wow, what supernatural voodoo we playing with now? That is nasty. And he can hear it happening over the phone, man. Oh my gosh. Hold on, whoa, there's... Oh god, okay, there's way too many clips to break down. This looks like another, maybe a flashback, someone... maybe another past victim kicking out the balloons. Damn it, I can't... Okay, that doesn't look like Gwen, but a past victim kicking out, kicking the balloons out of the van. Because that's how you knew it was the grabbers, if it was black balloons coming out of the van. That was like his mark, the indicator that it's him and that he was there. And someone... Is that another flashback? Someone arriving at the scene of the crime. Huh, alright. Interesting. Oh, chopping with an axe. That's fun. And somebody gets stuck in the water. Or somebody's trying to pull him into the water. Again, these clips are so... All these clips are so ambiguous. I can pull only so much context from each of these. Excuse my hiccups. Hydrate or dihydrate, kids. Hydrate, please. Please don't dihydrate. If you do, that's, you know, don't come after me. Ooh, see? That right there. That cross. I'm really interested to see. Nope. Dang it. I'm really interested to see what that cross is going to be a part of. That most likely indicates this is in a church. So one of the scenes is in a church. I'm interested to see where that's going to lead. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, spinning around with blood. Oh. No, no, no. Please, no. Yeah, like I said, clips like these are so ambiguous.
Vengeance is mine.
What the f? Did he just rip off his... Oh my god. Oh. Oh, Ethan Hawke again was the grabber. What did he just rip off? Well, a part of his mask, obviously, but... It looks like he ripped off part of his own flesh as well. Oh, that's nasty. Again, love the style of text that they're using right now. Only in theaters October 17th. BlackPhoneMovie.com. Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, The Black Phone 2 in theaters August 17th, 2025. Let's go! Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's the reaction. There's also the How to Train Your Dragon Life trailer, the Megan 2.0. We have an actual trailer now for Megan. They released a teaser, which I not only disliked so bad, but didn't make sense to me whatsoever until I had more context on it. Like, it was just her dancing on screen. And I learned from my sister Brittany who's a huge fan of Megan, was a throwback to the clip in the first Megan where she's dancing around in the hallway. And I'm like, okay, context-wise, that makes a little more sense. And I think there's the official and the final trailer for Megan 2.0 to react to, so we'll do that as soon as possible. I'm extremely concerned about one of the shirts on the Blumhouse website, and that comes in two different styles, a text edition and a bow edition, saying, "Hold on to your vaginas." That feels so gross saying out loud. But yeah, hold on to your vaginas is what it says. And I'm thinking, what are we getting into here? What is the deal? It's like, is that a line directly from the movie? Is "hold on to your vaginas" a line directly from the movie? Is that line muttered in the movie at some point or another? Or does it refer to something that happens in the movie? Or I don't know. I want to stop there because otherwise it'll just be more gross to think about. It already is gross to think about. I'll know when I read the sex content on IMDb and plugged in when the movie actually releases before I go see it. But yeah, that's a big concern of mine. He hasn't responded, and I doubt he will ever respond. But I tweeted at Jason Blum, which was later removed by Twitter for some reason, and also tagged him on Instagram saying, "Jason, I love you, but what in the hell does this shirt mean? This makes no sense to me." So anyways, I'll leave it there. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Black Phone 2 out in theaters October 17th, 2025. More trailer breakdowns coming on the way. More music video reactions, more everything. We're back in business, and I couldn't be more excited to start making videos again, as well as continuing to work on my websites and all the BTS work, etc. Other than that, I will see y'all in my next video. Take care.